We're back with new details on that deadly Rust movie set shooting. Authorities in New Mexico have released a trove of documents and video, including body cam footage of officers arriving at the scene after the shooting. And for the first time, we're seeing Alec Baldwin rehearsing with the gun moments before that fatal shot. NBC News legal analyst Danny Cevallos joins us now with more. Danny, good morning. So what should we know about this new batch of material? What stands out to you?
Obviously, the video that we just saw is really interesting, and I expect it'll be scrutinized by experts, particularly firearms experts and stunt experts, to determine, as you can see right there, what exactly he's doing, not just with his trigger finger, but also with his thumb or any other use of the trigger or the hammer, which is really critical with these single-action, older-style revolvers, which can fire if you pull the trigger, but also if you pull back the hammer in a certain way. It can bang against the primer and set off the cartridge.
Ultimately, Danny, it's the district attorney that will decide whether anyone should be charged. It could take weeks, could take months still. What will they be looking for to determine whether someone is responsible here?
They're going to be looking at whether or not this negligence, and it seems pretty clear there was negligence, but it seems to have been diffused over many different people. I mean, in other words, even though the person who pulled the trigger might normally be charged in a gun case, this is somebody who can argue that, well, I was handed a gun that I was told essentially wasn't a gun. It was not a live gun, no live ammunition, and that's why I was playing with it in the way I was. This is going to be a really difficult case for a DA to bring charges because almost any defendant you can imagine, whether it's Alec Baldwin or the stunt coordinator or the first assistant director, any one of those potential defendants can point to another person and say, yeah, but they should have been doing this. So this is going to be a tricky case, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see no criminal charges whatsoever in this tragic situation.
Now, Danny, the Santa Fe County Sheriff says there are still several pieces of the investigation that are outstanding. What are those, and how could they influence the DA's decision to file charges?
It's hard to say, but there is at least some of the information released, and I haven't been able to go through all of it yet. But there's information like text messages when Alec Baldwin handed over his phone. There's all kinds of other information. And of course, they still need to go over anything else that's still outstanding. You see a lot of body cam video right there. Very helpful. But of course, that's after the fact. That's after the shooting. They're going to be looking at a lot of things to determine whether or not, and really the DA ultimately has to make the determination whether or not to charge anyone at all. And it's going to be really difficult in a case where you have a bunch of people essentially pointing the finger at each other and the evidence suggesting that it's spread out, or at least the negligence, if any, is spread out over a lot of different people on set.
Danny Cevallos, thanks for your analysis. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.